The Alaskan Triangle, the mysterious area where 16,000 people have already disappeared. The mystery of the Triangle of Disappearances, an unsolved enigma. In the remote and mysterious land of Alaska lies an area loaded with unanswered questions, where reality merges with legend. Known as the Alaskan Triangle, this remote region has sparked both curiosities and fears. What lurks in the depths of its dense forests and on the frozen peaks of its mountains? Why have more than 16,000 people disappeared without a trace in this vast expanse of wilderness? In a modern world where technology seems to provide answers to almost any question, the mystery of the Alaskan Triangle remains an unsolved puzzle. This place, often compared to the famous Bermuda Triangle, is the scene of mysterious and unexplained disappearances. Planes, boats, tourists, locals, all entered this triangle and disappeared without a trace. What unknown forces operate in this area? Are these disappearances mere accidents of nature, or is there a darker, deeper explanation? The Alaskan Triangle has become a subject of fascination not only for those interested in paranormal phenomena, but also for serious researchers looking for scientific explanations. In 1972, the disappearance of American politician Hale Boggs' plane sparked one of the largest search operations in U.S. history, without providing any answers. Since then, the mysterious incidents have continued to pile up. A military plane with 44 passengers, a Cessna 340 aircraft, all disappeared in this strange area. Could the rugged terrain hide the remnants of these tragedies, or is there an unknown force working against those who dare to enter this territory? Questions abound. Why is the disappearance rate in the Alaska Triangle double the U.S. national average? Is there a connection between these disappearances and the extreme natural phenomena of the region, or is it something much more mysterious? With each new case, the legend of the Alaska Triangle grows, attracting intrepid explorers and researchers, each searching for their own explanation. But until now, the answers remain hidden in the dense mists and wild landscapes of this remote place. Venture with us on a journey full of mystery and suspense, on the trail of the missing in the Alaskan Triangle, where every step is a question and every answer seems to be just another mystery. We've all heard stories about the mysterious disappearance of planes and boats in the Bermuda Triangle or the Devil's Triangle. But these legends can't compare to the very real disappearances that have been going on in Alaska for decades. In this northern land there is a wild, little explored area known as Alaska's Bermuda Triangle or the Alaskan Triangle. Whatever it is called, this triangle is much more enigmatic than its tropical cousin. Strange disappearances in the Alaskan Triangle. The border of the Alaska Triangle stretches from Barrow, a city located on the north coast of the state, to Anchorage and Juneau, located on the south coast. This space includes vast areas of wilderness. It is obvious that the vast forests, frozen mountain peaks, and desolate expanses of the tundra are not exactly the safest places in the world. Every year, the state's armed forces carry out hundreds of rescue missions for the missing in these inhospitable areas. But they are rarely recovered, either alive or dead. The Alaskan Triangle came to public attention in 1972, following the disappearance of American politician Hale Boggs' plane, somewhere between Anchorage and Juneau. The disappearance sparked one of the largest rescue operations in U.S. history. 40 military aircraft and 50 civilian aircraft were involved. The search lasted 39 days and covered 51,500 square kilometers. However, the operation yielded no results, no wreckage, no remains of the plane, no human remains. After this incident, the U.S. Congress passed a law requiring the installation of location transmitters in all U.S. civilian aircraft. But this was not the only plane that disappeared in Alaska. In 1950, a military aircraft with 44 passengers disappeared without a trace. In 1990, a Cessna 340 plane carrying the pilot and 4 passengers disappeared forever. Such disappearances have become typical in the region. Cases are not rare. Since 1988, more than 16,000 people have disappeared in the Alaskan Triangle. The average disappearance in Alaska is 4 people for every 1,000 residents, double the U.S. national average. Is nature to blame? It is easy to say that it is about some people who got lost and were killed by the vicissitudes of nature. But the numbers are too big for such a conclusion. One reason for the disappearance of the planes could be that the rugged terrain hides any trace of them. For example, in 1947, a plane disappeared while flying from Buenos Aires, Argentina to Santiago, Chile. The fate of the plane remained unknown for more than 50 years. The wreckage of the aircraft was only found in 1998 by two Argentinian climbers climbing Mount Tupungatu. Those who investigated the case concluded that the plane had crashed on a nearly vertical glacier. The crash triggered an avalanche, which covered the wreckage within minutes. However, it is unlikely that similar avalanches occurred with every plane that disappeared in the Alaskan Triangle. And then, what is the explanation for the disappearance of hikers, tourists, and people in the area who were not in an aircraft? At the end of our journey through the mysterious Alaskan Triangle, we find ourselves shrouded in a fog of unanswered questions. What unseen forces lurk in the depths of this wild region? Could the answers be buried forever beneath the layers of snow and ice of the Alaskan landscape, or is there a stranger truth waiting to be discovered? We wonder if the mysterious disappearances are simply the whims of nature. Can this triangle be a window to unexplored phenomena, or is it just a place where nature's hazard meets human vulnerability? Despite technological advances, the Alaskan Triangle continues to remind us of the limits of human knowledge. How many secrets are still hidden in this forgotten corner of the world? With each new disappearance, the legend of the Alaskan Triangle deepens, adding new chapters to a story already full of mystery and suspense. What happens to those who disappear without a trace? Are they lost in the unforgiving vastness of forests and mountains, or are they victims of a far more enigmatic phenomenon? Is the Alaskan Triangle a portal to another dimension, or simply an area where nature shows its merciless force? These questions remain awaiting answers, while the Alaskan Triangle continues to be an enigma that fascinates and frightens in equal measure. Will we ever learn the truth about what is happening in this mysterious triangle, or will it forever remain an unwritten page in the book of nature? The mysteries of Alaska remind us that despite all our knowledge, there are still places on this planet that keep their secrets hidden, challenging us to wonder about the unknown realities of our world.